Yeah, I want to say this too. I kept saying it before, but y'all, I guess y'all were right. What you had to write, you were writing it off as if um I was desperate or something, probably because you know the situation I was in, because you were part of the gang stalkers. But I want to repeat this, so now everybody could, because you know, ain't nothing desperate about me. So I want to repeat this. Now y'all remember my boy. This is a new guy I've been looking at. I have to give y'all his name later. But um, you know how I am. I like to search for uplifting messages. It got uplifting messages. But hopefully you stay on and don't change. Most people come in now, then swap it up. But I think he good though. But anyway, he just said something that reminded me of something I supposed to been done said. I done said it a few times, but y'all wasn't gonna get it then because then it was actually in the making. Now, my flame that y'all sent to me, all the women in my life was always sent to me. I seen God, this before I even got on technology and all that. God, this is when God told me the story where I told y'all the story. I was holding my baby. I was in Carolina. God showed me the conversation between God and angels and ancestors. And he showed me how the ancestors was talking to God about they keep sending him them lovers, they keep transforming his lovers. It's them doing it, based something like that. I don't really know how the conversation was going. But God said, they said, they went on, God told them to play. I couldn't hear that part. What was gonna play out, I didn't hear that part. And the angel was like, okay, all right. Well, what about um who he gonna be with? God said he gonna be with me. He don't need nobody. Basically talking about a lover. So I already knew I was gonna be alone. And they said, but they finna send him such and such. And you know how she is. He said, good. Because that's his real flame. They cut from the same cloth. It's science. She ain't gonna be able to hurt him. Like physically, like she could throw all the magic all she want, whatever. But she couldn't physically kill me. And that's true, she could physically kill me. Like I said, she beat me up like that dude on Men's Society. She's a female, y'all. Regardless if she a killer female. She's still a female. At least that's what I said at that moment till we turned into Mr. and Mr. Smith and him. Cause when I fell, I got asthma real bad. Then anyway, it's getting better now for some reason. Don't know how, but it is. Well, I know how, but y'all don't know how. And so anyway, um, she dropped me in the kitchen. She dropped me in the kitchen, girl, strong. Dropped me in the kitchen and walked over me like I was some doo doo. And I passed out. I said, I got asthma. I passed out. I told her, don't let me get up, B. Don't let me get, you better kill me now. And she just walked over me. Cause she could have killed me then. She could have got rid of me then. That was really her chance to get rid of me. She supposed to have. But she seen me having an asthma attack. I had literally an asthma attack trying to wrestle with this girl. Cause I'm trying to hold this girl strong. I'm trying to hold this girl, keep this girl from killing me. And had an asthma attack doing it. And I failed. She dropped me, basically. And I was going out, in and out. I said, don't let me get up. You better kill me now. And I said, I got asthma. And passed out. And when we got up, though, it went to a whole different... I had to protect myself. I knew she was trying to kill me. I knew she wasn't here to love on me no way. And that's when I threw her ass out. I went on here and shift gears on her, because I was like, this ain't no woman. This is a killer. And I got to treat her as such. And I threw her ass out my house. Because I don't peek my hands up, man, with people. I don't peek my hands up with men if they ain't got it like that. If they on a different, it depends on what level they on. I won't peek my hands up. I just try to, clench you, hold you, keep you from trying to attack me or kill me or whatever. Most of the time they're trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? With a sword or a custom-made knife. Sometimes guns. It all depends. By the grace of God, you don't never make way. You don't get no more. Anyway, that's who cares. That's part of life. But so anyway, and she dropped me. I throw her ass out my house. She thought she had a chunk chain, bro. And I had to I ain't going the second gear on her ass, bro. But anyway, I told her this too. I said, she kept trying to talk to me and convince to me. She was like, but she was already falling for me. She couldn't figure out why she couldn't kill me. I said, cause you my flame, we real. God told me. I said, and she was, at first she was thinking I was saying it because might have been desperate, needed a woman because they knew the position they put me in to be basically celibate. But then quickly, in the same day, she realized, no, he ain't lying. Okay, you can tell somebody told me this, because I ain't like her neither. You know, she ain't like me, and I ain't like her, but for some reason we had a love for one another that was overwhelming, and we couldn't explain it. It was like for the first time we met family in our life, because me and her both ain't got nobody. We both was angels born in this situation to do this, I want to say play so bad, but it ain't a play. To do this purpose in life right here for this moment. Because her family, my family, we both were tied up in it. And we both was pretty much treated like the black sheets in the family. And we got the same identical life, basically. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, she know a lot about spiritual realm, and I do too. So she started evaluating. She realized, wait a minute. And she even came to me like a few weeks later and was crying, like, you really are my sister, but it's too late. When she told me she was binded, and she apologized. She was like, I still got to try to do you in, though. That's what she was talking, like, real, what can you say about her? She was like, I still got to try to do you in, though. Cause I signed it, basically I signed it down. I'm binded. That's what she said. But, so I want y'all to know, and that y'all didn't send her to me, and it didn't go down like it wasn't like that. You sent her, and she was a spy. Hey, now the girl really cut from my claw, and I can prove it. It's science in the nature of twin flame soulmate. Whatever you do to a twin flame will happen exactly to you. So everything the girl intended for me to happen to me, think about it. What's going on around me ain't what she intended for me. You feel me? They intended for me to die. They intended for me to catch diseases. They intended for me to be sick. They intended for me to be decomposing. But instead, it's quite the opposite. And they intended for me to be a whore. They intended for me to sleep with everybody, men and women. They intended for me to do this, but everything that she intended and she knew that they intended for me to do, she actually doing it overwhelmingly so. You know what I'm saying? To the point where a butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost like what I tell y'all, I said, you get ready for hell here. It's almost like you get ready for hell here. Hell is repetition. Let's say all right, let's look at it on a more lighter scale. Let's say you are, you're an escort, a high vibrational escort for the palace, and you go on private jets, and they only call you in. The way they call you in, you can have a husband and a family, they'll never know it. But when God start monitoring you, and when you do something to a chosen one, and you do something to a high vibrational being or one of God's people, he gonna go ahead and make that your curse. He gonna go ahead and make that your you're gonna live in the part of the Bible where it says you would commit sin in these days, and they would be 10 times stronger than normal. So that's what happened. So the sin became 10 times greater when they attacked me and they came for me like that. So let's say you, like I said, you're a high vibrational one. Nobody knows that, but now all of a sudden you can't even get to your love. You can't even get out of your situation. Even though you done found your love. Let's say I'm the lover you found. You can't get to me if you want to get to me, because you stuck in this whatever the hell you had going on. And it's 10 times greater than it was now. even your lustful desires for it. You can't control yourself. It becomes overwhelming to you, and it's just all over you. And you know you can't come to a child of God like that, right? So that's how it was. That's how it is with her with our situation. Like, it's the science in it. Everything she wanted to happen to me, it happened to her. So even if you on the outskirts looking in and you trying to do something, haven't y'all sins became greater? Y'all got caught up. Some of y'all had a complete and utter control over y'all stuff, moderation and stuff. And all the way so to where, let's say y'all read cards or something, y'all could tell people, y'all got something going. You could tell other people they had something going on and it wouldn't affect you. You know what I'm saying, in your cards. But now it'll be hard for you to read your card because you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between your card, tell the difference between the person you trying to read and yourself. You see, that's called binded. You're arrested to your sins. Now, what I mean by, okay, now, how can I prove this? How can I tie this in with hell? Easy. Because, okay, let's look at the girl on the jet again. Now, by this time, you doing it a lot. Okay? Now, let's look at the flame. She was already there with the lot. But now it's overdone to the well dry. It ain't fun no more. See what I'm saying? You see how y'all driving in that? I'm just trying to use this for an example. Y'all don't know these people. You don't know the names, so don't even hit dollar holler now. You see how the plane flying? The plane is flying. You was doing this. You were doing this just out of moderation. It wasn't so bad, but you keep doing it. Now you finna be binded to it. The hell chain's gonna connect you to that person. Now you finna you gonna get on another jet where you gonna do it a lot more than you normally do it. Okay? Now, this is when your heart start to get seared. You gonna change your heart or not? You still probably gonna change. Now you love what you're doing. You think it's a joke picking on the people that you were doing it to. Your heart completely seared. Now, boom. Now you on a jet. Now you on the jet to hell. You feel what I'm saying? Because now you doing it a lot. And it's only a matter of time for you get right here on this float that this girl is over, because really she just a float. Really she did her job. So what now? Let me show you the science in this to prove the purpose. Let me show y'all the science. See, now I'm bringing the spiritual to the physical. I don't work with y'all enough now to where y'all see the reality in this stuff. You can't say that I'm just making it up no more, because the proof is here now. Back when I was telling y'all on I High in the Building, you can laugh at me and crack joke, but the proof is here now. You can look at these people. And that should scare y'all. Movie or not, whatever the hell y'all thought y'all had going on, ain't no man got that kind of power but God. Now when you look at this girl, I said she was afloat. So what was our purpose? I'm afloat, she afloat. Bridges. What a bridge leads somewhere, right? It's a bunch of arc shuttles out here, arcs that's around us right now we don't see. Floats guiding people to the ark. Okay? If there's a heaven float, there's a hell float. How would you, what would guide you to a hell float? You know what guides you to heaven. So what would guide you to a hell float? You're being arrested to your sins. And let's say you're a sexually active person, very sexually active. Some of y'all are actually asleep with the hell float. Some of y'all are done actually slept with the hell. Once you slept with the hell float, that's your ticket. She even told me out of her own mouth. See, I don't got to talk to her. When I talk to her, she'll tell you. She can't lie to me. I talk to the energy inside of her. The energy inside her told me. She said, this is what the energy said. I said, what you doing with my life? You did it. She said, oh, shut up. She said, I got up to 15,000 people and then I'm gone after this. Because we family members on the other side. We more than that on the other side, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't over here to be together. We over here to do a job. Her job is to send people to hell. Y'all, it ain't no joke no more. Now y'all, I'm showing y'all the facts in there. Y'all was looking at this stuff that ain't never happened on earth at all. We got to start looking at stuff realistically. You can be arrested to your sins, and your sins can send you to a float. That's when your heart is seared, when you get on this float. I want you to get scared. I'm tired of y'all saying, you scared, cut them off, don't play them. Good, get scared, get realistic. Because when in the hell have sin been cool to do? In a perverse time, this is the only time it's been perverse. Our generation. When have it been cool to do this stuff that we've been doing, y'all? This ain't setting a good example for our youth. This not setting a good example for our kids. But we funding this stuff. It's kids prepping and getting ready to put their own lovers in boxes. It's people going to school to pretend like they lovers to put them in boxes. Okay? So let's get realistic. Now, so let's look at the science in it. So we weren't supposed to be together. Let's just say you were supposed to sleep. She was built for you to sleep with her. And if you sleep with her, your ass is going on that float. Because that's her float. The devil's float. She even said that y'all picked on her behind the building. Y'all picked on her. She said, I'm here doing my job. And y'all picked on her because you was trying to take up for me. That's when the energy kept swapping. And she said, I'm here doing my job. She told y'all the truth. How can me and her know the same stories and we don't even know each other? I only met that girl one time. And when y'all done research it, y'all know we don't know each other. We was together for a week. I don't know her. That should scare the hell out of everybody, boy. It's like we born zero, twins, going in different ways, yin and the yang. Yeah. That's it. And when you look at our life, you see that two, they mirror each other, but one went into the light and one went into the dark. Almost as if it was programmed to be that way. I'm not dissing. Ain't nothing to diss. It's a job, like she said. And the energy shifted with her. The more people who got on her side, the more people who done what she wanted them to do, the energy shifted everywhere around all of us. And it started looking like that. Hell float. You call it anime and write it off as entertainment, though. You know? Whatever floats your boat. That's where them sayings come from. Whatever float your boat. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like the little girl said on the vampire. I said zombie earlier. I meant vampire. The little girl said that the vampire said, I ain't got to poop no more or pee no more. And the little girl said, so does that mean you full of shit? See what I'm saying? So shit is just self-explanatory. But yeah, I ain't trying to scare y'all out there, but I want everybody to start looking at you be arrested to your sins. It's in the Bible. It said you got so long, basically that part is basically saying you got so long to quit these sins. It don't matter if you do it out of moderation or not. You got so long to quit them. And if you don't quit them, you're going to become arrested to it. And then it's going to take over you. And now let me bring it to you in the physical. I was born and raised in the street. I know that's facts. That's how it works. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you want it to be. Once karma come around, it's like justice and karma come around. Even if it's not being done in the physical, it always come around in the spiritual. And when it do, all right, let me give you an example. Justice do not do their justice in the physical, which is what? Locking you up, taking you to jail, you go to prison or whatever, right? Okay. Justice don't do their job even though you deserve to be locked up, right? Okay. Boom. Let me show you something. Let me show you prison cells in the spiritual. Gather in. They didn't lock y'all up, right? But you did a lot of evil to somebody. You hurt somebody. You did wrong to somebody. You know it. You thought you got away with it, you and your little group. All right. Now, justice and the spiritual come around. You think you got away with it. You didn't get away with it because you just got chained. You just got arrested by your sins. the sex partner you kept sleeping with, you probably don't know they vitally abuse. They are violently abusive, and you ain't gonna know it yet till smoke clear. And you arrested to the drugs. You wasn't doing all that like that. Okay. It came around one time, you got arrested to that lover. Came around again, you got arrested to them drugs. It came around again, you got arrested to that drink. You was a conservative drinker, now you love to be a drunk. So you did get arrested. The spiritual justice did its job. So what that means, it binded you to a float. You binded to them, and it binded you to a float. You and them both. The problem is whatever you got binded to was probably just an anchor anyway. Judas energy. That energy was meant to lure you into destruction. So, did you follow your heart? Or did you follow your flesh to what you think you love? I'm telling y'all, I better wake up out there. This ain't the time to be playing around, man. I love the street. I used to love the street. I loved it. I'm like that movie, I'm watching the new movie Michael J. White got going on. He said, I love this stuff. That's how I love it. I loved it. It was like I got an adrenaline rush off of near-death experiences and stuff like that. I had to come out of that. That's why I told y'all, you don't want me to go back to my ways, because I wasn't on drugs and I wasn't a whore. I was a full-fledged gangster out here, and I walked and did my stuff on my own. I mean, I had a group, but it wasn't that many of us, and we were like ninjas. They can all do their own thing, and I can do my own thing. For real, bro. So I had to get out of it. I had to let it go. It didn't bother me because I was great at moderation myself. It was a decision that had to be made. I had to grow up. I had to let it go. And it didn't bother me too bad because I've been getting high since 14 years old. I ain't never been sober. And I'm starting to like it. So, that's that. But, anyway, that's what it is. So now y'all can go back and see. She was mine. I can prove it. Like I said, it's science. So for those of you out there trying to find your twin flame soulmate, you trying to figure out how, normally their life mirror yours. That's the only thing I can give. I can't give y'all too much information about that though. And you gotta know that with a discerning spirit. You can't just look at somebody like that. Me and you came up the same way and they telling the story. Nah, it ain't like that. You gotta listen. These are stories they don't tell you. These are stories they won't tell you. Me and her had to tell each other these stories after spending a couple of nights together. Secrets that we wouldn't share with nobody else. And realized we both went through this because she got mad. Because I said I went through that and wanted to whoop my ass because of that. But then she found out I did go through it. And cried again. She kept crying. I got rid of her because of that too. Got tired of crying all the time. Remind me of them crying witches on that damn thing, that game I'm trying to tell you. I'll make a movie out of. Get your ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? But when I talked to her, I talked to the energy inside her. And the energy inside her even told me it's temporary. I'm locking them up. Everybody. She went into more detail, but it's too gruesome for social media, so I ain't gonna say it on here. But yeah, this stuff, now we all know this is real though. So y'all better clean up out there. Ain't nothing wrong with cleaning up, y'all. My grandpa told me these moments come. People gotta get right. They ain't got no choice but to get right in the right way. Like I said, that older lady that was online, she was trying to tell everybody when her younger daughter kept asking her, and they were joking and stuff. She wasn't joking though, she was telling the truth. There come a time upon in life, you just gotta grow up and you're gonna have to choose somebody. And you're gonna have to love that person and grow up and evolve with that person. You can't just keep playing them games. It ain't gonna work that way, y'all.